Hello, everyone. My name is Randy Rosenbaum, set to call the play-by-play of the first ever Ladies Ball, the top girls basketball tournament in the world, with some of the top players you'd ever want to see. You know, we're going to come to you out of 8 different regions this year, but the key is those winners are going to get funneled into Knoxville, Tennessee for the championships, and the women will be powered by the Women's Hall of Fame. They're representing this tournament so very well. This is where the legends of the past meet the stars of tomorrow. Let's go, you know where, to the first ever Ladies Ball.
From the creators of the world's biggest events comes the most exciting girls basketball event ever created. The best are celebrated at the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in Knoxville. Now, the best girls teams will earn the right to be a part of basketball history. The nation's top teams will be selected to represent their state in competition. 8 regional playoffs, leading up to championship week and a chance to play on national television. All roads lead to Knoxville. Which teams will get the call to the ball? When history calls, what will you do? Welcome to the new world of girls basketball.
My name is Kennedy Davis. I'm from Brandon, Mississippi, and my favorite person is Kyrie Irving.
My name is Olivia Davis. I'm from Sarasota, Florida, and my favorite activity is going to the beach with my family.
My name is Nyla Collier. I'm from Hazel Green, Alabama. My favorite thing is dancing. My favorite person is my grandma. My favorite activity is drawing.
Hi, my name is India Bowen. I'm from Horn Lake, Mississippi, and my favorite person is Candace Parker.
My name is Hope West. I'm from Union Grove, Alabama, and my favorite person is my mom.
My name is Olivia Lee. I'm from Jackson, Tennessee, and my favorite person is my grandpa.
My name is Madison Booker. I'm from Mississippi, and my favorite person is Doug Bush. I said you, Doug.
My name is Naomi Jones. I'm from Jackson, Alabama, and my favorite thing is playing games.
Hello, my name's Doug Bush. I'm the director of the Alabama Southern Stars Nike EYBL program, and I'm from Huntsville, Alabama, and my favorite thing is coaching girls basketball.
My name is Ashanti Fox. I'm from Vass, North Carolina, and I like to run track.
My name is Ryan Lawrence. I'm from Durham, North Carolina, and I like to play soccer.
My name is Olivia Tucker. I'm from Durham, North Carolina, and my favorite thing to do is sleep.
My name is Kylie Chavis. I'm from Red Springs, North Carolina, and my favorite activity to do is basketball.
My name is Kaylee Carson. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and my favorite thing to do is listen to music.
My name is Kayla Robertson. I'm from Clayton, North Carolina, and my favorite people are my family because they inspire me.
My name is Amira Ofunian. I'm from Cary, North Carolina, and my favorite thing is food.
My name is Lanaya Scales. I'm from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and my favorite thing to do is play basketball.
My name is Caroline Teal. I'm from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and my favorite thing to do is hang out with friends.
My name is Ashante Rashad. I'm from Durham, North Carolina, and I love coaching.
The rules of the game here at the Ladies Ball. This is our South-Southeast Regional Final for the 2023 young ladies. The Southern Stars in white, Carolina the Flames in blue. With Carol Blumfield, I'm Randy Rosenbaum. We are at the Greensboro Sports Complex in what figures to be a very, very tight game and a physical game.
This matchup right here is going to come down to scoring. Which team is going to have the ability to put the ball in the hoop on easier opportunities here?
Number 2 is Kennedy Davis. She's starting with Hope West, India Bowen, Naomi Jones, and Madison Booker. For the blue-clad Flames, it's Ryan Lawrence, Ashanti Fox, Kaylee Carson, Caroline Teal, and Kayla Robertson. Underneath, Bowen with the first basket of the ball game. India is very, very good around the goal. 2 20-minute running halves in this championship game. And Bowen with the knockdown as she fouls Kaylee Carson.
Both these teams play a similar style. They like to run and gun. And when you do that, the key is to finish on your layups. So the team that can finish inside the paint more is going to see a lot more success moving forward.
Terrific block from Naomi Jones. She's 6'3", number 31 in white. And a takeaway by Fox. Tough sledding inside. Again, a rejection from Jones. Number 31 is great as a goal protector.
And that was a great give and go by Carolina. That's one of those moments where you can get the ball in the paint, give a little pump fake, and try and put it high off the glass.
Booker comes down with the rebound for the white-clad Southern Stars from Alabama. Pounding away inside is Naomi Jones. Couldn't get that one to drop, and it's out of bounds to Carolina. First 2 minutes of action. Championship game, 2023 division. Here in Greensboro, North Carolina. They worked Teal inside. She had a good look, but failed. Booker with the drive. Gets it back and scores. Madison Booker. 6'1", but she's got range.
Yeah, look at her size and just the way that she composed herself in the air. She had the athleticism on that shot.
Fox, she's knocked down. And Ashanti's going to go to the foul stripe. Smooth shooter, young lady that also runs track. Number 10, a scoring threat for the Carolina Flames.
Basketball and track go hand in hand. Think about how fast these ladies are getting up and down the court. So the more endurance that you have and the more you practice that, the better basketball player you're going to become.
Number 4 there, Ryan Lawrence. Also plays soccer, so there's a lot of players that are playing dual sports. Some of them are playing 3 sports. These are great athletes at a young level. These are 16 and under today in our 2023 championship game. Inside, a foul called against the Flames. Jones on the baseline.
And something Alabama needs to recognize is Jones has size advantage on the block. Feed her the ball when she's down low, posting up like that.
Teal, again, a little bit too strong. Robertson with a good pass, but Teal didn't knock it down. Well, they ran the fast break to perfection, but again, the execution level not quite there for the Southern Stars. Number 12, Kaylee Carson, the point guard. Expert ball handler. And a vocal leader on the court. Fox from deep. Yes. Ashanti Fox. She's been their offense early on for Carolina.
And what a smooth release by Fox. The way that she just caught it on the perimeter and released. Very nice shot.
First 4.5 minutes of action. The drive from Kennedy Davis, the 5'6", 16-year-old point guard of the Southern Stars. Fox got to the cup, but didn't score. And this is Booker against 6'1", but she can play on the perimeter. Fox the other way. That one didn't drop. Bowen in the open court. The drive by Kennedy Davis, and she draws the foul.
And you can see the style of both of these programs. They like to move fast, so they're doing a lot of one-on-one, trying to transition. If they can just clean up some of these layups and these shots, we'll see a lot more scoring throughout this game since they're getting to the cup super fast.
And that's Kennedy Davis's game, the young lady at the line, 16 years of age. She can put the ball on the floor and get to the basket and draw fouls. Terrific first step. So strong with the basketball, and she drills them both. Kennedy Davis. 7-4, Alabama leading. Teal's right there. Oh, it slipped out of her hands.
And those are one of those opportunities that Teal has to start to knock down in this game to keep her team close. They did a great job moving the ball on the perimeter, got it inside an open look.
Number 22, Amina Ofunian, is in for Carolina. She's very good off the glass, very athletic, very long. From way downtown, again, it's Madison Booker. There's that range.
And I can see why she has size and she's out on the perimeter. The way that she can knock down that long range shot and handle the ball, she is a force to be reckoned with.
Certainly a weapon for the Southern Stars from Alabama. Fox short with that one. West came down with the rebound and drew the foul. You look at the Southern Stars and you think they're going to pound it inside and score, but they're getting some good work on the perimeter.
Yeah, well, when you have size that can shoot, it's nice to be able to spread the floor. And if she's open, she's going to launch it. And here they go. Now they're working inside.
That's going to be a walk. Took the extra step. But a good idea. Jones was right there. She just took that extra step. What's been the key so far to this 11-4 lead for the Southern Stars?
Well, Alabama right now has the ability to shoot long-range jumpers and make them. So what that's doing is it's drawing the defense out past the perimeter, and you can see them start to now pass inside. So what they're doing well is they're able to shoot on the perimeter, and that frees up the inside of the paint so they can get some easy layups as well.
Number 2, Kennedy Davis, the impressive point guard of Alabama. West inside the finish with the left hand. Hope West, 5'10", very strong player, also a middle hitter in volleyball. Well, she went to the middle and scored.
Well, right there is a perfect example of the defense drawn out. She took one dribble and the middle was wide open.
The lead has grown to 9. And here comes Alabama. Carolina got back beautifully defensively. It's off. And out of bounds to the white-clad Southern Stars, as indeed off of Carolina. Number 30 has checked in. That's Nyla Collier in white. Also checking in is Olivia Davis, number 13. This is Davis. Fox will go the other way. That defense suffocating so far for Alabama in white. Booker with those long strides. Boy, she creates. She was tied up that time. But in the open floor with those long strides and her shooting ability, she can get it done.
She handles the ball very well. As you can see, she wrapped it behind the back in a full court transition. That's something you see the little point guards doing, not necessarily 6'1" players.
Carolina needs to find an offense. Fox has all their points. Somebody has to help out. Inside, Ofunian lost the handle. So far, terrific defense by Alabama in white. our 2023 championship game. Jones down low, drew a crowd, and drew the foul.
And that's just Carolina focusing in on Booker on the perimeter, where she could go a little high-low action there and feed the 6'3" Jones. I mean, talk about dual weapons when you have a 6'1" guard and a 6'3" center inside.
Jones at the foul line is from Jackson, Alabama. Tearing down the rebound is Kylie Chavis of the Flames. She wears number 14, and she just was brought into the ball game. This is Chavis. Well, Fox working that baseline. She is the one player for Carolina that's creating and doing some damage offensively.
Well, that possession, Alabama went into a zone, and I like how Carolina settled in a little bit more. They made a few more passes around the perimeter, and that freed up the baseline for Fox.
It's Alabama 13, Fox 5. She's got them all. They battle for it. Deflected out of bounds, and it'll be retained by Carolina. Inside, terrific work by number 22, Amira Ofunian.
And that was a great turnaround jumper right there. If Carolina can just settle in and start hitting some of these shots, they're right back in this game.
And their defense forces a turnover, and Fox comes back the other way. The southpaw. She'll back it up. Look how Booker extends that defense. Southern Stars from Alabama move well defensively.
Well, when you have Booker on the perimeter defensively like that, look at those long arms. It's going to create tips and steals.
Terrific steal from Olivia Lee, giving the ball back to the Southern Stars. This is Lee. Well, this is a defensive struggle so far. Both teams really working at that end. And you have to appreciate that at this stage in their career. These are 15 and 16-year-olds primarily. And they are playing hard, and the concentration is at the defensive side of the ball right now. That's where they're playing hard.
Yeah, Alabama is doing a great job just mixing up their defenses. You'll see them off a miss. They're in man-to-man. They match up quickly. And then here, off a dead ball, they just sit into a zone.
Easy one for Bowen, and a half-court break for India.
And that was thank you defense from Alabama right there.
That one comes up short. Put up by Chavis. And it's so far, and then the walk. It's just very difficult for Carolina to get anything going against this suffocating defense of Alabama.
An adjustment for Carolina is you can never throw over height. When you have defenders with long arms, that's when you want to throw in ball fakes, make some bounce passes. Kind of slow it down a little bit. I know Carolina wants to play fast, but until they can get a little bit under control, they have to slow the offense down slightly.
Terrific block by Amira Ofunian, who's come in, gotten a basket for Carolina, and has given him a strong defensive presence as well. This one will stay there, a foul against the Flames. Inside of 6 minutes to play on the half, 15-7 lead for Alabama. This is the Greensboro Sports Complex. A lot of games going on simultaneously, consolation games. This is the big one. This is the championship of the 2023 division. But it's a fun environment when you walk in here. Courts aplenty. A lot of activity.
If you love basketball, this is the place to be. When there's a timeout or it's halftime, you can just walk right over and peek into another game.
Collier looking for someone to bring it into. That one rattles in and out. It's out of bounds to Carolina. Carolina's been in a scoring drought for a while. Kara, it's been tough for the Flames to score.
Well, that's the suffocating defense by Alabama right now. They've realized that this zone defense is effective. They're contesting every shot. They have their hands up, and they're doing a great job staying disciplined and not fouling.
Just would not go down for Amira Ofunian. She had the good look, but it rolled over the iron. We'll get it back. Number 22, Ofunian, to bring it in.
Carolina also needs a little bit of luck. They're getting really good looks right there, just not falling.
Yeah, Kylie Carson was facing the basket, missed a short one. But like you said, this team from Alabama, the Southern Stars, playing great defense, either man or zone, and they are switching it up. Drawing the foul is Olivia Davis, and she's going to the line. 5'7", from Sarasota, Florida. Olivia's had a 38-point game in her young career. Ofunian climbs for the rebound.
Now, strategically for Carolina, we saw Jones just get subbed out on the bench. Remember, she's 6'3". So if they can bring Booker out on the perimeter, you want to drive inside. You're going to have smaller players.
That's hard to do. You should get points for that, don't you think?
I love that. Look how tall they are. They can just hop and try and knock it off.
I think that really sums up the first half for Carolina. Their offense is stuck.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
And that's where I talk about sometimes you have to have a little bit of luck. I mean, a lot of it is your fundamentals, squaring up, soft off the glass, nice finger roll on your shot. But sometimes you're just having an off shooting day. You need a little luck to see the ball go through the net.
Davis setting up the offense. 3 minutes to play in the half. 15-7. Low scoring opening half. And a traveling inside against Naomi Jones.
And this would be a great opportunity for Carolina. We're nearing the half. You always want to go into the halftime with a little bit of momentum. If they can work the ball here and try and get an easy 2 points, that would help them out a lot.
They just want to see the ball go in. That's the key. Make a shot. Get a positive. Here's Fox, and she had a great look, but it just rolled off. Second shot opportunity, but it's turned over. Alabama in white. They can't score. Racehorse basketball. Carolina comes up the floor. A little bit out of control there. Ofunian gets it back. They haven't hit a shot in a long time.
No, and what that does is it makes you kind of force some shots up.
You know, we've talked throughout this half on how great the Southern Stars of Alabama, how great their defense has been, but Carolina's defense has been solid.
Yeah, Carolina has held Alabama to 15 points right now, and Alabama's kind of gone into a little scoring drought, so they're doing a great job defensively. It's just, as you mentioned, seeing the ball go through the basket.
Yeah, you need something positive to happen. Certainly offensively, Carolina needs to see it go down. Chavis trying to attack the basket.
And Alabama's doing a great job with their hands. They're just getting enough of that tip in that basketball to create a little bit of havoc for the Carolina dribblers.
This is India Bowen. She has 4 points, a couple baskets, got the first score of the game. Very impressive player, but I like this young lady. Kennedy Davis. Great ball handling skills, gets her team into their offense. That one hits the side of the board. Bowen missed that one. Final minute of play. First half. Our 2023 championship game here in Greensboro. A rejection again by Naomi Jones. She is so intimidating, so long in the back of that zone. What a player for Alabama.
Yeah, that's not going to make Carolina want to drive inside anymore if she keeps doing that.
Without the shot clock, and they do not have it at the ladies' ball, they can work it down for the final one if they want to. They're going to take it early and give the Southern Stars an opportunity. And Chavis picking up a foul in the backcourt. Where do you go with the ball here in the final 10 seconds?
Inside. Get it inside, hope for a foul.
Long-range shot from Kennedy Davis, no good. Buzzer sounds. We are at the break. It's 15-7. The Southern Stars from Huntsville, Alabama, have the lead over the Carolina Flames at the ladies' ball.
So, Coach, we have two very strong physical teams out there. It's been a few minutes since we've seen any points go up on the board. What are you talking to your team about for the second half?
On offense, we just need to be patient. We look a little scared right now. So just be patient, take our times on our shots, and we'll be good.
All right, we wish you luck in the second half.
Thank you.
UDA is an awesome opportunity to play and experience academic and sports in the United Kingdom. You know, we represent 6 universities across the board with the opportunity and chance to be a student athlete, to get your undergrad and grad degrees in a shorter condensed time than a traditional NC2A university.
What's the application process like?
Well, our application process is simply you go to our website, we have a quick connect button, you fill out the application, and from that point it gets directed to an admissions advisor. From at that point, what we do is we then connect the student athlete to the coaches for a possible interview overseas through a Zoom process.
And what is the number of universities you represent, and who are they?
Yeah. So we represent 6 universities in the United Kingdom. We got Chester, Leeds Beckett, we got Cardiff Metropolitan, Gloucestershire, and Portsmouth.
Gatorade, the official sports fuel provider of the Ladies' Ball. The Ladies' Ball is presented in partnership with the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, committed to the basketball mission of preserving the past, celebrating the present, and promoting the future. Sports Thread, the official registration partner of the Ladies' Ball. Spalding, the official game ball of the Ladies' Ball.
So, Coach, we've got two very talented athletic teams out here today, well matched with size, well matched with speed. What do you just tell your team now going into the second half?
We have to play together a little bit better. We are taking and not letting the game come to us, or we are forcing the game, and we'll have to let the game come to us a little bit more and settle down, and we'll be okay.
All right, good luck to you in the second half, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carolina in search of an offense in the second half, down 15-7 to the Southern Stars. Now, Carrie, what do you want to see offensively for this team from Carolina to try to get some rhythm offensively?
In the first half, Carolina got away from team basketball. They began to play a lot of one-on-one. And that just tires you out and it doesn't get your team involved, and it's hard to get back on defense that way. So an adjustment here at this half is I'd like to see them move the ball a lot more. Have it touch all of your teammates' hands before you put a shot up.
Teal inside, but couldn't quite put it up as she was rejected inside.
Teal also needs to see the ball go down for her. She's getting a lot of good looks. She just has to convert those opportunities.
Terrific steal by Kennedy Davis. West shot on the baseline. Hits the iron and falls off. You got to love the hustle, though, of Bowen. On that baseline, knocking the ball out of bounds, knocking it away from Ryan Lawrence.
Well, right now, momentum is with Alabama, and they're feeding off of that energy. You can see them just getting all over this floor.
Fox from deep. That's no good. The Flames continue to stay cold.
And look how right now there's 4 white jerseys all the way down at that end and only 1 blue. Okay, that's the hustle of Alabama. Carolina has to continue the fight and get down the court and help each other out.
It's a 15-7 game. It's a very dangerous stage of the contest. Early second half action for Carolina. They can ill afford to fall further behind. Certainly when points are at a premium like they are right now. And the Southern Stars will exercise patience. Davis controlling the agate. Carolina extending their defense.
And you can see how Alabama just working the ball all around. They're utilizing every single player on the court.
Scales picked up the foul, trying to guard a very talented Naomi Jones. And Jones shooting two, the 6'3" center. Smooth at the line.
I love when height can shoot at the stripe. Because then they're a threat inside, and they're also a threat if you foul them because they can make free throws.
And defensively, the Southern Stars continue to swarm. They're going to pick up fouls being that aggressive.
Absolutely. However, here, each player is allowed 6 fouls. So they can be aggressive and kind of commit a little bit more knowing that they have an extra foul opportunity to stay in this game.
Carson's drive comes up empty, and a rebound again for Naomi Jones. 3 minutes into the second half. West. Oh, that's a nice feed in the paint, but they still can't make the shot. West kept it alive, but the Flames do a nice job getting back defensively and getting the takeaway, and then the foul on Bowen.
I love that offensive possession. Even though the ball didn't go in the basket, the way that West got her defender off the floor and then still found an open Jones, that was such a nice play, a good, strong possession. It just didn't end with 2 points.
Teal again with a good look. Just has not been her championship game. She has not made a basket. She's played well. She's had the looks, but they've just fallen off the iron.
Randy, whenever you're struggling to hit shots, something that really helps is trying to get to the basket and draw a foul. If you can get to the free throw line and have the opportunity to see it fall, a lot of times that's going to help wake up your shot.
Carolina has not scored in 12 minutes. That's really a great tribute to the Southern Stars of Alabama and how they're playing at the defensive end. 12 minutes of action, no points for Carolina. The last time they got a basket with just over 8 minutes left in the half, they got it from Ofunian. That being said, Kara, they're only 9 points down here.
Well, they're still playing great defense themselves, and Alabama is struggling offensively a little bit. And something that Carolina is doing is they're only allowing Alabama to get one shot, and then they're grabbing that rebound. So it's eliminating second, third chance opportunities, which has helped.
Let's see if Carolina can put a run together. They're just not on the same page offensively.
And you can see a little bit of that frustration with them hanging their heads. They have to try and stay positive. Use your defense now to try and create a little bit of your offensive game.
Strong move inside and another foul. And you're right. The Southern Stars are starting to pound it inside to the likes of Jones and Booker. This time it was Booker, and Madison, who's done it outside, is going to go to the free throw line as she posted up. I really like her game. Strong, physical, but perimeter skills aplenty.
Booker has a bright future. You can just tell the way that she can handle the ball, shoot the ball, and have a presence inside. You can almost play her anywhere on the court.
Booker with the rebound and the outlet. And they run the floor to perfection. And Alabama having a big game here in this championship outing as Collier put it down on the layup. And the lead is double digits, 12, 19-7. And the drought continues.
I like the way that Carolina moved the ball in that possession. They're just not connecting right now. And that can be solved a little bit in a timeout and get their minds right and just settle down a bit.
They're pounding it inside, Alabama. Carolina back the other way. Hard to believe these shots aren't falling. They're getting the looks. But it's starting to get away from Carolina. This lead has grown. And with the way the Southern Stars from Alabama play defense, it's going to be tough to come all the way back for Carolina as Booker goes back to the free throw line.
Something that I've been seeing, and this is something that will happen when your team is not scoring, is Carolina is not attacking the offensive glass. They're not, when a shot goes up, they're not flying in and trying to get another shot or another opportunity. They're kind of already retreating on defense, and they need to stay offensively aggressive.
Teams will go on to Knoxville, Tennessee and play in the national championship. But who's going to win the Southeast Regional title? Right now it looks good for the Stars in white. Ofunian driving to the basket. I like her aggressiveness. She's come in. She again is the last one to score for Carolina. There she just put the ball on the ground and with a quick first step attack the cup. Amira Ofunian. There it is. The drought is over.
And that's exactly what they needed. Just get a foul, get to the free throw line, and settle in a little bit. See it through the net.
She has their last 4 points. Amira, a dead eye at the line. Back door. Beautiful. You can't do it any better than that. And Olivia Lee scored.
And that's just great recognition of a backdoor cut by Lee. She saw there was no help defender down low, and so she cut.
Teal went up, came down, and it's a travel, but it was a forced travel. Great defense from Madison Booker.
There she is again. Booker is all over this court. And I love that they have her defending so high up on that perimeter because she's causing so much chaos.
Booker's from Mississippi, one of the great young talents in that state. Looking to go one-on-one against Scales. She's bailed out with the foul call, and Booker's going back to the charity stripe.
Now, I know that shot was not close, but she is so fun to watch. The way that she can handle the rock all the way out in the perimeter and then a pull-up jumper with her size. I can't take my eyes off her.
Kent Ludy, the coach, and Doug Bush, the director of the Southern Stars, have to be thrilled with having her on the floor. She is so good. Shante Richard is the head coach at Carolina. Must feel a little bit better about things since they finally scored and got back on the board, but they're way back here. It's a huge deficit. Going to have to try to overcome at the midway stage of the back half in our 2023 championship game. The perimeter shots just not falling for Carolina.
They're doing certain things better right now. Carolina on that shot at least had 3 blue jerseys crashing offensively. And did you see how Booker had to tip that out of bounds, and now they're getting a second chance opportunity? That's what they have to keep doing. Be aggressive offensively.
Robertson sends it back in. And with it is Carson. And the pass stolen by Booker. Teal got back beautifully defensively for Carolina. Fox pull up. Still no perimeter makes since early in the ball game for Carolina, the Flames. Jones is rejected by Teal. Spectacular play by Carolyn Teal.
That was a great block inside. She got up and just flew out of nowhere.
Teal from outside, in and out.
I mean, that's just the story of today for Carolina. Great looking shot. It's just not falling.
And because of it, they're down by 14. And the clock's certainly an ally now of the Southern Stars. With Kara Blumfield, I'm Randy Rosenbaum. Greensboro Sports Complex is the site for our Southeast Regional Championship. Fox in the deep corner. Able to draw contact and draw the foul.
Yeah, Fox is trying to take this game into her hands. You can see her, she's directing traffic on the floor, but Carolina, they're still standing too much offensively. Against a zone, the quicker you move the ball, the more success you're going to see.
Ashanti Fox. Carolina's going to have to reverse their fortunes offensively and get red hot if they're going to rally back to sting Alabama. Another one for Fox. It's in the air. It's in the basket. She's been their leading scorer, but she hasn't had a whole lot of help. Timeout on the floor. It's a big lead for Alabama at the ladies' ball.
UDA is an awesome opportunity to play and experience academic and sports in the United Kingdom. You know, we represent 6 universities across the board with the opportunity and chance to be a student athlete, to get your undergrad and grad degrees in a shorter condensed time than a traditional NC2A university.
What's the application process like?
Well, our application process is simply you go to our website, we have a quick connect button, you fill out the application, and from that point it gets directed to an admissions advisor. From at that point, what we do is we then connect the student athlete to the coaches for a possible interview overseas through a Zoom process.
And what is the number of universities you represent, and who are they?
Yeah. So we represent 6 universities in the United Kingdom. We got Chester, Leeds Beckett, we got Cardiff Metropolitan, Gloucestershire, and Portsmouth.
Gatorade, the official sports fuel provider of the Ladies' Ball. The Ladies' Ball is presented in partnership with the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, committed to the basketball mission of preserving the past, celebrating the present, and promoting the future. Sports Thread, the official registration partner of the Ladies' Ball. Spalding, the official game ball of the Ladies' Ball.
Southern Stars with a 13-point bulge. Doug Bush, the glasses and the red shirt, the director of the Southern Stars program. And again, he's working with Kent Looney. And on this side, it's Ashante Richard and his Carolina team only with 10 points in over 30 minutes. But yet, I know 13 points is a big lead. They still have a look at the game.
With a little bit over 7 minutes remaining, 13 points is not unreachable. They are still in this game, and they have to keep fighting and play that way. They have to crash the boards offensively, get second, third chance, and when they get to the free throw stripe, they need to be knocking down some of these shots.
And, of course, in the era of the three-point shot, and these girls certainly can make threes. That can bring you back in a hurry. Madison Booker occupying the ball. From deep. Deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Southern Stars. And again, it's a running clock, which is very good for the Southern Stars from Huntsville, Alabama. Look how crisply they move the ball.
That's textbook team basketball, just like that. And when you do that, you will be rewarded.
And Bowen drills it from the perimeter. India Bowen is another smooth operator for Alabama. And the lead has grown. Fox, no good. Rebound Jones. I'm impressed with the Southern Stars team, especially at the defensive end. Fox with a takeaway. Teal goes the distance and is knocked down.
And that's a tough break by Carolina. I think they called the foul back on the pass. Teal had an open look, maybe an and one possibility. But it's one of those games where nothing's really going Carolina's way.
Well, they do get the ball off the foul, and here's Fox. That one banks in. Finally, they'll take it. Kayla Robertson. Well, it wasn't conventional. It wasn't designed, but the outcome was great.
I'm sitting over here with a big smile on my face because that's just one of those things when the ball's not falling, but an open bank shot is, but you didn't plan for it. That's just how this game is going for Carolina shooters.
Inside Jones and one. Great penetration from Kennedy Davis, and she set up Naomi Jones with a chance for a three-point play, and that is so backbreaking for Carolina. They get the three ball from Kayla Robertson, and then Southern Stars are relentless on the glass, get a second opportunity. Kennedy Davis finds Jones, and she has a chance to get the 3 points back, and does. The old-fashioned way. Approaching 5 minutes to play. Carolina needs a furious rally if they're going to win the championship. Again, those long-range shots not finding the nylon.
There's those white jerseys again, crashing on every single shot.
Yeah, they've won the battle of the boards, no question about it. Davis, yes. Kennedy Davis from deep.
You know, second chance opportunities are just killers, especially when you play really hard on the defensive end, but you do not secure the defensive possession.
Finally, a knockdown jumper from Ryan Lawrence. That's a welcome sight. Look at that clock, Kara. We're down to nearly 4 minutes left in the game. And Alabama in white looking mighty good in this Southeast Regional Final. Of course, Kate McGinnis at the end of the game will talk with the winning side, which very much looks like the Southern Stars from Alabama.
Carolina, they just need to keep chipping away, get a defensive stop, work really hard on this end, gain the possession, and then we need to see another bucket.
With the fact that there's no shot clock, Southern Stars can take a lot of time off the clock. Foul before the shot.
This goes back to, Randy, you mentioning so many games going on all over the court. I actually think a ball rolled onto the floor from over there, from the court right over.
There's whistles everywhere. Sometimes you have to stop and think, well, which game's going on, you know? It's a tribute to these ladies that they can concentrate with the whistles and all the activity in the gym. 3.5 minutes left. Alabama in great shape. And another pull-up jumper and another welcome one from Kylie Carson. They just have not had those go down, and they're hitting them, but it's probably too little too late for Carolina.
But at least they're seeing them go in now. Maybe they can create a little bit of momentum, at least get Alabama second-guessing some things.
There's a timeout on the floor. It's all Alabama at the ladies' ball.
UDA is an awesome opportunity to play and experience academic and sports in the United Kingdom. You know, we represent 6 universities across the board with the opportunity and chance to be a student athlete, to get your undergrad and grad degrees in a shorter condensed time than a traditional NC2A university.
What's the application process like?
Our application process is simply you go to our website, we have a quick connect button, you fill out the application, and from that point it gets directed to an admissions advisor. From at that point, what we do is we then connect the student athlete to the coaches for a possible interview overseas through a Zoom process.
And what is the number of universities you represent, and who are they?
Yeah. So we represent 6 universities in the United Kingdom. We got Chester, Leeds Beckett, we got Cardiff Metropolitan, Gloucestershire, and Portsmouth.
Gatorade, the official sports fuel provider of the Ladies' Ball. The Ladies' Ball is presented in partnership with the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, committed to the basketball mission of preserving the past, celebrating the present, and promoting the future. Sports Thread, the official registration partner of the Ladies' Ball. Spalding, the official game ball of the Ladies' Ball.
What it must be like for these Southern Stars to know that they're just 3 minutes away from a championship opportunity to win a national title. They've played so well defensively. I know Carolina has struggled shooting the ball, and they're starting to hit some shots now. But what a defensive clinic by the Southern Stars.
Booker on the outside has just been a force for Alabama. The way that she has those long arms, she's getting tips and she's disrupting a lot of Carolina's offense, and that's allowing her teammates to get steals.
14-point bulge for the Southern Stars, just 3 minutes left. Two in a row for Kylie Carson from Charlotte, North Carolina. She's making her team proud now, and I like the fact that they're still playing hard. They're way back in this one. But there's no give up in Carolina.
Well, those makes have now created a pep in Carolina's step. They're playing on their toes and not on their heels right now.
That one won't get there out of the corner. Carson had a good look at it, though.
And look at Carolina's energy. 2 made buckets in a row, and now they're picking up full court. They're getting their hand on the ball.
Low-scoring championship game, but it's provided some good entertainment, no question about it. And Carolina's forcing turnovers.
They're still within range with 12 points here. If we can get it to 10 in this 2-minute mark, there's still a chance. It's called chipping away. You want to continue to just chip at the score.
Collier with a strong board for the Southern Stars. Well, now they're going to milk the clock. 12-point lead. Down to the final 90 seconds of action.
And look how calm Madison Booker looks with the ball. She doesn't care how much pressure is on her. She just looks in control.
Surprised they're not fouling?
Yes, at this stage in the game, with it still 12 points, you want the ball back. Because now too much time has run off the clock. We were at 2 minutes, and now we're almost within 1.
Yeah, they're going to just kill the clock here. Booker's just going to dribble it out.
You have to foul.
Finally, going over and taking the foul was Kylie Robertson.
And it looks like the sideline was yelling to foul. It was almost like Carolina, they weren't in sync with what the game plan was.
Less than a minute to play. Southern Stars of Alabama in white are going to win this championship. A Chavis foul against Kennedy Davis. They're still not in the bonus. Olivia Davis will take it and bring it in. Before she does, we now realize that they're over the limit.
Yeah.
So they will send Kennedy Davis to the line.
And how smart from Alabama, noticing that Carolina was not fouling. So they just wasted time.
No wasted motion for Kennedy Davis. Well, the Southern Stars led 15-7 at half, and they have not looked back. And this young group, these 16-year and under players, are going to bring back a championship to Alabama. They've been good offensively, but Alabama's been great defensively. And defense wins championships, and defense has won this regional title. And again, they'll play keep away, and that's the smart thing to do in the final half minute of the ball game. No reason to foul if you're Carolina now. Collier just kick it out to Davis. They sense it now on that bench. The Southern Stars of Alabama are the champions of the Southeast Regional in the 2023 division. Let's check in with Kate McGinnis with a happy group, the Southern Stars from Alabama.
All right, so here we are with the ladies ball regional champions, Alabama Southern Stars. Congratulations, ladies. You had a great game out there. That was another tough team, big, physical, fast, strong team. I'd like to present to you your ticket to Knoxville, Tennessee, the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, and the National Championship. Congratulations, Alabama Southern Stars. Does anyone have any highlights, memories, comments, Coach, about the game or the weekend? Any highlights, comments, memories, anything about the weekend?
Yes, we took it. I thought we played pretty good, pretty much the whole tournament. And we're looking forward to playing again. But I thought they played very well, at least in 3-4 of the game. We could have did a little bit better in that game, but we won.
So congratulations. We have 2 Alabama Southern Stars in our winning circle today. Nice job, ladies. Well done.
Kara Blumfield, your final thought on this nice victory for the Southern Stars from Huntsville, Alabama.
Well, defense was key today, and so was Madison Booker. Alabama was in control from the tip-off, and Carolina, they just didn't have luck on their side with their shots, but that Alabama defense was swarming.
For Kate McGinnis and Kara Blumfield, I'm Randy Rosenblum. The final score, the Southern Stars from Huntsville, Alabama, 34, the Carolina Flames, 20. So long from Greensboro. We'll see you at the Hall of Fame in Knoxville, Tennessee for the national championships.